about something, you'll actually see the picture of the thing that you was reading or the thing that you wrote down. And so you may not have remembered it until you can actually see the physical thing, and now you can recite it. So that's the same thing with your majubas in terms of bringing it in physically, right? Is that you write them down. Go on and write it down. And then it's going to ingrain it. It's like literally writing it down on your brain. You see what I'm saying? Then you can put it up. Like if you, wherever it is that you're going to be throwing Obi, or wherever it is that your altar's going to be, after you done wrote it down and on that paper, stick it on the wall. That's what my mom made me do when I was a kid. So I had the Boveda set up, and then she made me write all my Majubas down, right? And all the Ibayes, where all of my Aguns was in there. I ain't know nobody's name. Just all my mom's people's, the list I done got from my father, the list I done got from my godmother. And it's about 50 names on here. There's no way I'm going to remember this. You know, because when you hear me do my Majuba, I be spitting them up. They be like, what is he saying? How you doing it so fast? I've been doing this since I was a little boy. Wrote it down, stuck it up on the wall. Now, it was ingrained in my memory from me writing it down. But now I had to look at it all the time. That whole, what they call it, Ijuba. When you say Mojuba, it's my Juba, my homage. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Or I'm paying homage. But Ijuba is the act of actually doing the prayers. Like this is the actual prayer of me paying homage to the ancestors and all of those different things. It's called an Ijuba. When you say everybody, I'm doing my Mojubas. But as Rich is saying is I Juba, Mojuba, right? So when you go down the list of it, that's what you're doing. Particular Mojubas are going to be. But then you get to them ancestors and you got that whole list and you can read it off of there, boom, 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 boom. Then at some point, you ain't going to have that list and you're going to start praying, and all of them names, you ain't going to remember, but a bunch of them names is going to stand out. Them be the ones that's working. You feel me? Like, you know how you like, I'm trying to figure out, I don't know which one I'm connected to. I don't know which one I'm. So look, you get there and you be in the situation and you start doing the Majuba, you like, and then the ones that you know, for whatever reason, whether you met them in life, whether you ain't never met them in life, whether you know them, don't know them, there's certain names you're going to be like, wherever I get it, this particular name stands out. I'm telling you, those are the angles. That's how you identify. That don't mean not to go and do the rest of the list when you get up and you can look at it. But them, whatever 5 or 10 or 20 that pop out, those your workers. That's how you, that's one of the ways that you start to identify what your spiritual cord is. Because, you know, they say you got guys, you got age, you got protections, you got ones that are ancestors, you got ones that who you knew them in life, you got people who you didn't know in life, you know what I'm saying? Right. So when you start going down that line, that's how you figure out who's who, you know what I'm saying?
Who you're connected to.
That's who I'm telling you, that's really, really how you going to know what it is. So write them down. And then that brings it, it's like the thing about doing your Ijuba, or even when they like doing your Ibayes, because Ibayes when you're really doing the dead people, actually doing is saying you're keeping that energy alive physically on the earth. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like this person, their spirit has transitioned from physically being on the earth. And after a certain amount of time, your physical body, whatever was your essence, is no longer here. Like if it went back to the ground, then it eventually all went back to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you was cremated, we don't generally do cremation, but if you was cremated, it then separated your physical body from this physical plane, right? But when somebody's calling your name, that's still ensuring that there's a part of you that's still physically here, because every time you speak something out loud, it's a vibration. And so that means that vibration still continues to exist on the earth. Maybe not so vibrationally strong that you could physically see it or touch it, but the vibration is there. So every time you're doing an Ibaye, you essentially ensuring that vibration continues to exist on this physical plane, right? Mm. So you're doing that over and over and over and over and over again. They say it's like money in heaven. that it makes that spirit that's in heaven stronger in heaven and stronger on earth. So then that way when you call them to assist you, that they represent and they coming through. So the more often you do it, and the more regular you do it, and the more you calling in particular names, the more you ensuring that energy continues to exist